How can you tell if somebody is scamming you? It's becoming less and less obvious as these fraudulent practices evolve. In this video, we'll cover the basic scam red flags so you could avoid becoming a victim. My name is Dom, I'll be your host while you're watching Scam Detector. The biggest advantage of our ultra-connected world is reaching our loved ones anytime easily. And of course, anyone can get in touch with us as well. Yup, anyone. Scammers being number one at wanting to make new friends worldwide, or maybe become more than friends. Number 4. Strange message on email or phone. Okay, it's not big news that anyone can find us and contact us on social media if we neglect our privacy settings, which if you have never customized before, do so after watching this video. But when we receive a message to our private email address, not to mention phone number, it should always raise a red flag. Scammers can get their hands on these information in many ways, and they build on the fact that people usually use private email addresses and phone numbers for serious and private matters. So if a Matthew Bowles kind of guy contacts you about winning something, don't believe a word. But you should also watch out for emails coming from services that you use on the daily, such as PayPal, Amazon, or a Microsoft product. Always check the email address and especially the domain part at Microsoft.com, which obviously needs to be at Microsoft.com. Emails can look 100% like legit ones, so the only way to tell if they're real or fake is by looking out for subtle differences, like the ones in the email domain, typos in the text, or how they address you in the email. Is it just a hello, or do they call you by your name? We have covered many scams like this previously on the channel, so make sure to check out one of these videos. Number 3. Impersonating authority figures. I believe we all take everything more seriously when it's coming from the mouth of a police officer, firefighter, or maybe a government official. A uniform can turn anyone into a police officer looking individual, and it immediately makes us do the speed limit. Or when somebody from the government calls us about taxation or about our social security number, in most cases it's not a scam that we first think of, right? For this reason, it's best if we are always aware of the forms and ways these officials might approach us. Know your rights out in the field and never share personal information over the phone. Anyone can pretend to be anything over the phone. Number 2. Blackmail and threats. In my opinion, these are the most dangerous kind of scams. They often involve scammers claiming to have personal images of you, for example, or sensitive information about one of your family members. They might try to create an illusion that, for example, someone you love is in danger, or, basically countless other scenarios like that I'm sure you had already seen in the movies. Probably with less bullets and explosion, but their goal is always the same: to make you afraid and act out of emotions, which can be very impulsive. More on that coming up next. With these scams, always remember to think clearly. Is it possible that someone has something on you? Did they show proof? I mean, it's blackmailing 101 to show proof, otherwise, who would believe? Number 1. Online flirting. There are many ways scammers might try to get you in the online flirting world. I'm saying flirting because these scams occur without ever meeting the person. And in my opinion, a date should be in person. Check out this video to learn how you might get scammed on a date. All of these scams are based on building trust and developing emotions between you and the scammer. They might create a very appealing profile that you immediately fall in love with at first sight. Or they come up with a touching story that would urge you to help them. But either way, they first make sure that you really long for them and your feelings for them took control over your sanity. And oh my, what we wouldn't do for love. So when there is this bond between you and the scammer, they start playing their cards. They might ask for money because they're in a bad financial situation, or they tell you that they know a great Bitcoin deal and they'll help you, you just need to give them basically all your financial information. Or in some cases, they might send you a check for something you agreed on, but little do you know that the check is fake and is also about a bigger amount than previously discussed. And of course, a short time later, they ask you to wire them back the difference. In all cases, if somebody online wants you to wire them money or use a payment service like Cash App, it should always be a red flag. Never send money to somebody you never even met just because they have a pretty profile or a good story. Regarding good stories, like I already mentioned, scammers might use people's willingness to help if they sell themselves as victims of bankruptcy, war, illness, house fire. You get the point. And it's pretty sad, to be honest, that you literally need to do a background check on anyone who is asking for help online. So be careful when swiping on Tinder or chatting on other online dating platforms trying to find the love of your life. Because the sweetheart you're talking to might as well be a scammer or a scam chatbot. If you come across a very pretty profile looking like a model with professional photos, take a screenshot and run an image reverse search using Cnet.com. If their images appear all over the internet, it's either your lucky day and a model is looking for a company, but more likely a scammer is using their photos to lure you in. So what to do if you feel like you're being scammed? Talk to people you trust and ask for their opinion. They'll help you calm down and ensure you in what you already know. Cease communication or don't even begin. Look them up, use image reverse search like I mentioned, and make sure if they're real or not. Do research. When it comes to offers and scammers impersonating companies or organizations, try and find information about them. And last but not least, use the Scam Detector Validator tool if it's a website that you sense to be a scam. It will help you decide. But that was the video on scam red flags. I hope it could help you. Make sure to leave a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more scam prevention content. My name is Dom, I'm going to see you in the next video and you watched Scam Detector.